The simmering tension between Prince Harry and the media, particularly late-night television, has reportedly escalated following a recent episode of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Sources close to the Duke of Sussex suggest he was far from amused by Colbert's pointed "Duke of Nothing" jab, and that a veiled threat has been communicated to the comedian's camp. This alleged response has brought a fresh wave of chaos surrounding the prince, painting a picture of a royal increasingly thin-skinned and prone to lashing out at perceived slights. The incident stems from Colbert's recurring mockery of Harry's pronouncements on royal life and his highly publicized grievances. The "Duke of Nothing" moniker, a play on Harry's title and perceived lack of significant royal duties since stepping down as a senior royal, has become a staple of Colbert's comedic arsenal. While many view the jabs as harmless satire, it appears Harry has taken particular offense. Insiders claim the prince felt that "Duke of Nothing" barb was not only disrespectful but also deliberately designed to undermine his credibility and philanthropic endeavors. They portray Harry as feeling increasingly targeted by a coordinated campaign to diminish his reputation, and that Colbert's jokes were the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back. This alleged threat, while not explicitly detailed by these sources, is understood to be less a physical menace and more a strategic maneuver aimed at silencing Colbert. Some speculate that Harry might be considering legal action, citing potential defamation or libel. Others suggest a more subtle approach, perhaps involving behind-the-scenes pressure on CBS executives or a calculated PR campaign to discredit Colbert's comedic narrative. Whatever the form, the message seems clear: the prince is no longer willing to tolerate what he perceives as unfair and malicious attacks on his character. The "Duke of Nothing" saga also raises questions about the boundaries of satire and the responsibility of comedians to refrain from what some might consider bullying. While Colbert's humor is often acerbic and targets public figures, some argue that his relentless focus on Harry has crossed a line into personal attacks. They contend that the "Duke of Nothing" label, while humorous, serves to belittle and demean, contributing to a toxic online environment where Harry is subjected to constant ridicule and abuse. Conversely, defenders of Colbert's comedy argue that he is simply doing his job, holding public figures accountable and using humor to expose hypocrisy and absurdity. They maintain that Harry, as a prominent and wealthy individual, is fair game for satire, and that his sensitivity to criticism is unwarranted. Adding fuel to the fire is the perception that Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, have adopted a victim mentality, consistently portraying themselves as targets of media persecution and racial prejudice. While some sympathize with their experiences, others accuse them of exploiting their grievances for personal gain. The narrative of victimhood, critics argue, allows them to deflect criticism and avoid taking responsibility for their own actions. The Colbert incident, in this context, is seen as further evidence of this tendency, with Harry allegedly resorting to threats and intimidation rather than engaging in constructive dialogue.